high side. Murphy shooting, save a rebound on the view.
Hey everyone, this is Casey. You are watching the Red Rubber Duckman All Sports Network. The Steelers win 34-32 to the New York Jets. Or over the New York Jets, I should say. Because right now it's midnight when I'm recording this. What a week. What a game. And actually what a week one in general. We saw what happened with Baltimore and Buffalo. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about this one. Because, my God, where was the Steelers' offense this whole time? Of course, Aaron Rodgers had himself a day. We're talking 4 touchdowns for him. 4 touchdowns, 244 yards. He had himself a fantastic day, and it even helped when Calvin Austin and DK Metcalf, Jonnu Smith, the whole receiving corps gelled. Just like that. Fantastic day for the Steelers' passing offense. As for the rushing offense, we really need to work on it a bit. Because Jaylen Warren only had 37 yards, and maybe it's either we really need to get it together or the Jets have a good rushing defense. I don't care. There's no excuse. 37 yards is not going to fly when we're facing teams like Baltimore down the road. Like Jaylen Warren had 37 of the 53 rushing yards that we had. 53 is not going to fly. And as for our rushing defense, holy hell. And you saw it throughout many times. If you tuned into the stream, I really did appreciate you. You saw how frustrated I was that we couldn't stop Breece Hall for the life of us. And the stats say it here, 107 yards on 19 attempts. Hell, Justin Fields had himself a field day as well when it came to rushing. He had 48 rushing yards of his own, including 2 rushing touchdowns. We really have to find a way to control it. Because this offense is not going to score 34 points every single game. We all know that. So we have to find a way to control this. We have to find a way to control everybody's rushing attack. And fast. Because the Seahawks are coming up and they have some really good rushers. And Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet. We really have to get it together. For the penalties, we didn't have that many stupid penalties. We had 4 penalties for 26 yards. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's like we had like a few holding penalties, but nothing really too egregious. Even though Jalen Ramsey, you really do need to get your act together. That was a very, very clutch play you made at the end with Garrett Wilson, but you got to control your mouth. You really do. It caused a lot of fights before the halftime bell, and I saw that a lot with when you were a Jacksonville Jaguar. I saw it when you were in Miami. You know what happens when you run your mouth in Pittsburgh, right? You saw what happened with Antonio Brown, with Juju, with George Pickens recently. Yeah, this might be a time where you really need to get your act together. Otherwise, Days of Our Steelers will really be coming back, despite us winning. And, of course, we have to talk about the special teams. I mentioned the special teams so many times because we couldn't stop returns to the 35, to the 40, to the 45 for the life of us. We couldn't stop the return, but it produced the game's only turnover, and it ended up being costly with Kenneth Gainwell forcing a fumble And then it was Ben Skowronek recovering that fumble, and it led to one of the 4 touchdowns from Aaron Rodgers to Calvin Austin. That is what I want to see from the defense, but I'm really glad it happened with the special teams, especially with all of the stuff I was giving you guys throughout the whole game. And speaking of special teams, my God, Chris Boswell is our main X factor for this team. He's only had to kick 2 field goals today, one from 53, and then, of course, to end it, the 60-yard field goal attempt, his career long. I did want us to move a little bit closer so he wouldn't have to kick a 60-yarder, but we didn't really give him a choice. He went with it. And it would have been good from like 64 yards, like I mentioned during the stream. Chris Boswell's an animal. There's no other way to put it. If it was for Chris Boswell, we wouldn't be in this game at all. As a matter of fact, if the Jets had not gone for 2 and failed twice, we would be talking about a whole different ball game. But we got the win when it mattered the most. We made plays when it mattered the most. We got stops when it mattered the most. And more importantly, we got the plays when it mattered the most, and we got the job done. That is what I wanted from this team for months, a team that actually gets the job done. Now, that being said, it's week 1. We have 16 more games left. And the Seahawks, they did lose to San Francisco this week, but they're not going to be a very easy opponent. I'm just telling you right now. But for now, celebrate. Let's work on our flaws. And let's go back to Pittsburgh as a brand new team. 1, keep the good, fix the bad. And we got ourselves a prime contender. Hopefully, that doesn't stop at 10 wins like you did last year. So, that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. The pings are going to be coming up on Discord, but I can't really control it. I do apologize. But thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to the Red Rubber Duck on All Sports Network. I will see you guys very soon with a few videos. Of course, I mentioned in a post I have a Week 2 college football Week 2 recap and a Week 3 predictions. And, of course, we're going to be previewing the Steelers and Seahawks, the Steelers home opener this year. That's going to be fun. But thank you guys again for watching. Until we meet again, I will see you all in the next one. Take care, and let's go Steelers.